sure this isn't the safest thing to do right now, but I am cruising back on my bike with a hog on the back, a gun on the front, my trailer to bog pod. Man, this is fun stuff. I'm going to cruise. This is the Guy to Georgia Outdoors, and it's about 12 o'clock and it's hot. And I'm sitting in my house doing some work, and my mom calls me and said there's a pig in the driveway that is acting crazy. And we've had a lot of wild hogs in the area, and this is no doubt a wild hog, but they just don't behave like this. They try to stay away from people. They're mostly nocturnal, and this guy's been hanging around midday, and he's not a big pig, but he's also not a real small pig. So we got the old 22 rifle, the old lever action, and we're gonna do the thing that's necessary and get him out of here, try to shoot him, because you just can't have pigs like that around your house, especially if they're behaving odd. And I do a lot of hunting, and pigs are it's usually not their style. But right now we're gonna find him. She said he was over here in this little branch. So we're gonna see if we can find him. He was right here in the driveway. Mom said when she was pulling in, she ran over his foot because he wouldn't even get away from the car. So he's close by. We're gonna find this thing. All right, see the little tracks? I know we're getting close. I see his tracks everywhere. See the little pig tracks. And this is where my mom said she saw him, but I can't find him right now. So what I'm about to do is get on my e-bike and cruise around and see if we can't find him a little bit. And he's already been seen in 3 yards this morning, so I know he's hanging around. And that's just odd behavior for a wild pig. So we're gonna cruise around. Now is as good a time as any to tell you about the bike here, and they did send it to me, but I'm gonna tell you, I've already probably put 30 or 40 miles on it. Love this bike. This is the Hovsco HovGTRS. It's a sweet bike, and the cool thing about it is a tall guy can ride it, a small person can ride it. It fits very comfortably. It is a 1500 watt peak output, which is a big deal, because you go up around you see like these roads right here and these hills, and that's necessary. A lot of them are 750 watts, so that's really nice. But we're gonna get on it and ride it as we ride around and look for this little pig, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. We might even do some top speeds, but as you're seeing this screen, it's probably flashing right here, but it's not flashing in real life. That's just a camera. The refresh rate on the camera does that. But it's a 7-speed Shimano. You've got the brakes. It's got a pedal assist, so you can hit the throttle. I'm not going to hit it because it's on right now. You can hit the throttle, or you can pedal it to get it going as well. And it's got a pedal assist between 0 and 5. If you just want to pedal, you put it on 0, and if you want it to go a lot faster when you pedal, you can go up to 5. We're going to do a top speed on a dirt road in just a minute, but I really like the fat tires on it. They're good for this sandy area. The only thing that I have done is I added the gun rack, as you can tell, and I drilled a hole right there, and that is for hooking up my trailer, which you'll see a little bit later in the video. I'll pull behind little buggy for this, and but overall it's been a really sweet rig. I've ridden it several times, but right now we're going to ride around, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it as we're looking for this hog. I do want to go over some of the specs on this bike as I'm cruising around. It is a 1500 watt peak motor, 48 volt with a 15 amp hour battery, and I'm telling you, this thing's lasted many miles. I've been riding it around. The multifunction LCD display shows speed, battery level, and mileage all in real time. It's got an odometer on there. It tells you how far you went. I've gotten up to about 29 miles per hour, and that are on dirt roads. On paved roads, you probably can get a little bit faster than that. But one of the cool things about this bike is it is affordable, but you get free shipping and a warranty with this. You get a 2-year warranty, and they have over 100 plus dealers, so you can go get a test ride, maintenance, and all that. But it is a pretty sweet bike, and I've really put it through the test out here before this video. I've probably put 30 to 40 miles on it, charged it up 2 or 3 times, and it has been just a pleasure to ride. So here we go. 8, 9, 10. I'll give you an update as we go. 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 27, 29. Slow down, because 29 miles per hour is pretty dang good. Okay, downhill on a dirt road, 29 miles per hour. This thing on their website is listed at about 32, and I have no problem believing it can get 32 miles per hour. On a paved road, it would probably do a little better. With a guy maybe a little smaller than me, it probably would do really well, but 29 miles per hour is more than I want to probably ever do. I like to cruise around, so this bike, it's got the power. That's where that 1500 watt comes in, but man, this is a pretty sweet little rig. All right, I rode around everywhere, and we know there's a pig around here. We even got pictures and videos of him, but I just couldn't find him. So my mom thinks she like ran over his foot with the truck, so that might have scared him off a little bit. But I'm working on some homework inside right now, and I'm gonna go back in there. I got the gun ready, so my wife's gonna be out here messing around. If she sees him, I'll be ready on a quicker notice this time. So we're gonna go back inside, sit in the AC, do our homework, and be ready for the hog. All right, we could not find the hog this morning. I mean, my mom saw him in the driveway, almost ran over him. We seen his tracks, but we just lost him. We know he's not going to be far and going to be out tonight. The hogs have been coming out every night, but we're going to go a little different. We've got the rifle with the thermal, and we're going to be riding around on the e-bike tonight. This thing's quiet. We're going to be able to sneak up. We have our the ATN Thor on a 223. And we're gonna go after him. I'm gonna put the GoPro on the head, and the footage is gonna be through there. The audio is gonna come from the GoPro. We're gonna see if we can sneak around and see if we can find some. I'm gonna do a full review later in the video on this bike. I love this thing, and it's perfect for many applications, but hunting hogs at night is one of them. But right now, like I said, we're gonna put the GoPro on the head, and it's gonna be dark. You're not gonna be able to see much, but we're gonna get the footage off of the scope, and we're gonna see if we can find either this pig or any pigs. There's been a bunch of them on the farm, so about to saddle her up. But here we go. All right, I'm talking to the camera, talking to my GoPro and recording with the thermal. Got several pigs right here. It's kind of hard to tell distances, but I think we're within range. We're gonna try to take that big one. It'll give us a clear shot if it'll step through this berm. Probably should have took that shot a second ago, but she'll show up. Several smaller ones. She'll step through, we'll take the shot. Oh yeah, there she comes. Lost her. We have to walk up the hill just a little bit. Here she comes. All right, there he is. We're gonna take this shot when he gives us one. Right there. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. All right, we had setback after setback after setback. Finally got one. All right, tonight was one of those nights where if it can go wrong, it did go wrong, and I had 3 or 4 failure to fires, misfires. But right now we're gonna go over here. I know you're not gonna be able to see me much. Sorry about the washout, but tonight was one of those nights where if it can happen, and go wrong. It did go wrong. And we put a stalk on these hogs, perfect stalk. Got within 50 yards, misfire. Kicked another shell in there, misfire. So I'm fumbling around, laying on the ground in the pitch black, trying to fumble to find my shells. And as I'm trying to shove a shell in the gun, the hog is 15 yards from me. I can see him with my naked eye. And so I shoved one shell in the gun. And what the problem is I'm not letting the bolt carrier go all the way forward, apparently, because I'm trying not to make noise. And I shot again, misfire at 15 yards. And so finally, hog got away about 100 yards, loaded the gun up, loaded my magazine up, let it slam forward this time. And put another stalk on these hogs, got within probably, I guess, 60, 70 yards, shot one, fired a few more shots off like some Hail Marys, but I got this one hog down. We're gonna walk over there and see what we got and see if we can load her up, but it's starting to get warm. But that was a fun and exciting hunt, frustrating, but man, making memories. All right, you look right here and see all these, all this rooting right here. And yeah, that probably wasn't a good 50-yard shot, just to kind of like, and I shot for the biggest one, hoping to take a sow out of here that could be having a bunch of babies. Seen her flopping around, make sure she ain't still. Oh yeah, she's an old pregnant sow. Big one. I gave her a good old headshot. And she's, oh my, swallowed a nap. Good shot on her. She's more than likely pregnant. Get a real kick test. Seen her flopping. More than likely pregnant or nursing. So that's good to get a sow out. You kill one boar, you've killed one boar. You kill a sow like this, you've taken a bunch of them out. And more were running, but look at these roots right here, man, where they're rooting up. And glad to get her out. That's gonna be a load for the old bicycle. We're gonna get it though. Get her out of here. All right, we just made the trek back up here to get the bike in the trailer. That's gonna be a lot of hog for that little trailer right there. We're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna ease on down here and see if we can find this hog. This thing's got a light on it, so. All right, here we go. Gotta like this e-bike, man. I am driving while holding the light, which I will not be able to do when I got a hog on the back. But here we go. Cruising at 13. There's the old gun. Nice little 50-yard shot, just how I like it. Boy, the reason why the hard part riding this is all the hog rooting. I think my best bet is going to be to disconnect this trailer, scoop that hog, put him on there, and then reconnect my trailer. I think that's what we're going to do here. All right, we got the trailer off, and I'm hoping you can see this pretty good. We might go up under that rear end right there. I'm gonna set the camera down for just a minute. Well, lost my bolt. I got him on there and I got what I deserve. I set the bolt down that hooks the trailer up to the back of my bike, and I laid it down and forgot where I laid it down. Actually, I didn't lay it down, I dropped it. So I tied it on with my book bag strap. And that is a lot of a hog for a little old e-bike plus me. But here we go, here goes nothing. I don't know how well this baby's gonna go, but we're gonna send it. Oh yeah. Wow. Like no hesitation at all. A little bit right there on that hill in them ruts, but that ain't much. I'm going 7 miles an hour up a hill. Let me grab my gun. All right, we got a pretty good ascend up this hill, so let's go. Give it some juice, get it going. There we go. We're not gonna be real fast up this hill, that's for sure. Got a soft ground. Hey, but that's doing pretty good. Look at that. Cruising. "12 miles an hour. Might need to slow down just a little bit. Yeah, I'm cruising. You got all that weight behind you. Can't beat that. I'm sure this isn't the safest thing to do right now, but I am cruising back on my bike with a hog on the back, a gun on the front, my trailer to bog pod. Man, this is fun stuff. I'm going cruising. Only got one brake with my hand like this. But man, this is fun. It's where memories are made. I highly recommend the e-bike, and you might as well get the Hovsco, man. This thing is proven it's a tank. It's got me, all this gear, and I've said this before, I'm not a little guy. Right now we're cruising at over 12 miles per hour, and I'm barely pushing the throttle. We're gonna carry this thing back to the skinning rack. This is a big sow. I've killed enough to know she probably weighs 160, 165 pounds. And the other day, a buddy of mine killed a sow, and he said, I had no clue until he was cleaning her that she had cutters. And now they're nowhere nearly as big and pronounced as a boar, but boy, they could mess you up. And like I said out there, killing a sow is like killing a dozen pigs. Killing a boar is killing one hog. Killing a sow is where you really control your problem. So we really like to kill these sows. Aim right there behind the head. Good, quick, humane way of doing it. She's gonna be some good eating hog right there. Couldn't be more proud of the bike. Everything operated flawlessly. I think my problem out there was when I'm pulling the bolt carrier back, and I didn't want to let it slam because I didn't want to make noise, and I didn't think it was properly seated all the way. And when I finally did it, fired fine. So that was just on me. No problem there. We're gonna take care of this hog. We're gonna take care of this hog and then go take care of ourselves. It is hot, humid out here, and then we'll pick back up. But if you're interested in an e-bike, man, they really can change the game. You can ride around and hunt hogs off of them at night, but they'll be really helpful during deer season. You can get in there quietly and even get your deer out. So I'll put the link to this one below. It's called the Hovsco HovGTRS. And I'm telling you, it is not just a novelty bike. It's strong. It's got some power. Pull me and all this out. So I try to keep it as raw as I can, where you know see the reality of it. But right now we're gonna finish taking care of this hog, take a shower, and we'll pick up the video tomorrow. It is the next day, and that was so much fun last night shooting those hogs. Had them right there on us, and one of them was 15 yards from us. But man, that's just how we like to spend our afternoons. The bike, man, after I've spent about 2 weeks on it, I really like it. The only thing I've done is added the gun rack and drilled a hole for the trailer. And I will say one thing, this was no fault on the bike company at all. I did, my nephew was riding it and he hit a stick and it kind of broke the, that's called a derailleur down there. That's only about a $15 part, so I'm gonna probably fix that myself. But the good thing is you can ride it without the chain. You can just use it as a motor, but that's a simple fix. And once again, that had nothing to do with them. That was my 14-year-old nephew who was responsible for that one. But the bike is a good quality bike. There's a lot of e-bikes out there, but I'm gonna tell you, for the price, you cannot beat this one. And I'm not sure they intended it to be hauling hogs through the middle of a field. build, but that's what it did. And if I'm gonna have something, I'm gonna put it to the test, and it passed the test for me, and then some. If you would like to hunt out here one day, we have an Airbnb right there where we hunted those hogs, and I'll put the link in the description below. It's a beautiful cabin on a pond. You could do some fishing, maybe do some hog hunting. Check it out. I'll put that link in the description below, as well as the link to the bike right there. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a good way to spend an afternoon in the summer. If you would hit that subscribe button, really helps the channel out making content like this. Till the next one, this has been the unofficial, no doubt incomplete guide to Georgia Outdoors.